Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Husna Shamira Binti Aziz, matrix number 25004944. Today I am going to share some exciting information about the role of wakaf. First and foremost, I will introduce what is wakaf in Shariah and fiqh term. Logically, wakaf is a voluntary act of charity that comes under the general terms of sedekah jariyah or ongoing sedekah. Wakaf also implies holding from consumption and sale and not to let go. Once something became wakaf, it cannot be sold, inherited or given away. Instead, its benefits are used continuously for the public good. Muslims are encouraged to create sedekah that continues generating benefits. For example, an ongoing sedekah may include a mosque that they build, a house for the welfare, a river that they dug, or a sedekah they give during their life that continues giving its benefit after death. The objective of wakaf may be for the society at large, including the provision of religious services, socio-economic relief to the needy, the poor, education, environmental, scientific and other purposes. Several names are used for the wakaf manager throughout history like Mutawali, Nazir, Wali, Qayyim and Wasi. However, who is eligible to receive the benefits of wakaf? All groups include non-Muslim community eligible to receive the benefits of wakaf. Move forward, the history of wakaf is very rich with impressive achievement in serving the poor in particular and enhancing the welfare in general. Various kinds of wakaf were established including the cash wakaf, wakaf for public utilities, education and research, and also healthcare. Similarly, there were also wakaf of grain to be used as seeds and wakaf to provide loans to the person who needs financing and providing services and supplementary income to the low-income people. Muslims continued to establish wakaf hospital and healthcare centers until the first part of the 20th century when the Wakaf Children's Hospital of Istanbul was founded. History also proved that wakaf plays a very important role in the economic development of a country. Wakaf also has become a tool for redistributing wealth to achieve economic development in a comprehensive context, thus giving a great impact to the community and the country. This is because wakaf has played a role in providing education, health centers, places of worship, as well as providing road facilities, bridges, and so on. And this indirectly helps to improve the standard of living of the people of a country. We don't need to look far. Let's reflect on the involvement of Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anhu in the endowment of the Rumah well. Before the purchase of the well, the people of Medina at that time had to pay a high price to a Jew simply to get the only source of clean water at that time due to the dry season. The action of the Prophet's companion, who was one of the Bani Umayyah lineage, not only resulted in him receiving the reward of heaven as promised by the Prophet, but it actually helped ease the burden of the community who were plagued by water problems at that time. As in Surah Ali Imran, Ayah 92, never will you attain the righteousness until you spend from that which you love, and whatever you spend, indeed, Allah is all-knowing it. We don't need to look far. Let's reflect on the involvement of Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anhu in the endowment of the Rumah well. Before the purchase of the well, the people of Medina at that time had to pay a high price to a Jew simply to get the only source of clean water at that time due to the dry season. The action of the Prophet's companion, who was one of the Bani Umayyah lineage, not only resulted in him receiving the reward of heaven as promised by the Prophet, but it actually helped ease the burden of the community who were plagued by water problems at that time. As in Surah Ali Imran, Ayah 92, never will you attain the righteousness until you spend from that which you love, and whatever you spend, indeed, Allah is all-knowing it. Next, let's discuss about how can wakaf continues to play a role in economic development around the world. In Singapore, for example, 170,000 Muslim workers make contributions of between $2 and $11.50 per month using the Employees Provident Fund mechanism. The contributions result in the collection of funds of $6 million annually. In addition to monetary wakaf, there are 100 registered wakaf in Singapore. The proceeds from the acquisition of wakaf properties are distributed to mosques, madrasas, welfare, funerals, the poor, and others. In Malaysia, do not underestimate the contribution of wakaf, especially in the field of education. This is because the contribution of this institution to the field of education, mainly religious education, is very important. Wakaf educational institutions in Malaysia began with Pondok Educational Institution, followed by the madrasah or Arabic school system, and then after independence, the government took over this wakaf educational institution to be managed according to mainstream schooling. A study by Ahmad Zaki Haji Abdul Latif found that currently wakaf educational institutions in Malaysia consist of Sekolah Agama Rakyat, which is SAR, Sekolah Agama Negeri, SAN, Madrasah and Pondok. As of 2005, it is estimated that there are 174 wakaf educational institutions in Malaysia. Apart from education issues, wakaf is actually considered the best solution to housing issues, especially to the low and moderate cost housing. This provides opportunities for groups that cannot afford it, especially the poor, to own a home. In Melaka, for example, the Al-Ihsan apartment project worth 2.27 million ringgit Malaysia was developed on Lot 82 Tengkera, an urban area in the Melaka Tengah district. The project was funded by the Wakaf Unit Trust Fund and surplus zakat money. The building constructed consists of 40 residential units and 40 shops units. The purpose of the construction is to be rented out to the poor and single mothers. The implementation of this project can help improve the life of poor families by occupying more comfortable homes with the low rental payments. In terms of economy, wakaf drives local economic activities by providing business centers and premises. With the existence of such centers or premises, it actually increases the economic potential among the community. In Selangor, 5 units of wakaf premises were purchased in Bandar Bukit Puchong using resources from the Selangor Wakaf Share Fund amounting to 1.5 million ringgit Malaysia. These business premises are rented out and they provide income to the Selangor Islamic Religious Council to be included in the wakaf income. In terms of economy, wakaf drives local economic activities by providing business centers and premises. With the existence of such centers or premises, it actually increases the economic potential among the community. In Selangor, 5 units of wakaf premises were purchased in Bandar Bukit Puchong using resources from the Selangor Wakaf Share Fund amounting to 1.5 million ringgit Malaysia. These business premises are rented out and they provide income to the Selangor Islamic Religious Council to be included in the wakaf income. Now, let's turn to the philosophy of wakaf. Firstly, to get closer to Allah. The main purpose of wakaf is to seek Allah's pleasure and draw nearer to Him. By dedicating our wealth or property for a righteous cause, we can express our gratitude and devotion to Allah, fulfilling the Quranic command to spend in His way. The Prophet said, when a person dies, all his deeds end except 3, which is ongoing charity, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for him. Second, to increase piety towards Allah. Wakaf strengthens our faith and consciousness of Allah. It encourages selflessness, reminding the believer that true ownership belongs to Allah, and that worldly wealth is a trust to be used for good. Third, to do good for the community. Wakaf serves as a means of social welfare and development. It ensures the continuous flow of benefits such as education, healthcare, and religious services to the wider community. When someone donates their wealth or property as a wakaf, they are giving it out for the sake of Allah and for the benefit of others. In Surah Al-Isra ayat 7, Allah said, if you do good deeds, may you do good for yourself. and if you do evil, then the loss of evil is for yourself. As a final, who says the Waqf institution does not contribute to the economic development of a country? History has witnessed that this institution has provided many benefits to Islamic countries to the point that it has been imitated and implemented in non-Muslim countries. It is clear by highlighting the commitment to caring for the well-being of others, a Muslim not only fulfills his religious obligations but also has the opportunity to improve his faith, strengthen his intention and community spirit. So that's all from me. Thank you.